Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Doctor Who. Dear God, last time on Doctor Who, we had the power of the Doctor. Now it's been a bit of time, but let me see if I can remember. It was the last episode of the 13th Doctor, and the Master was being the Master. He dressed up as Rasputin, played Rah Rah Rasputin. We had the return of Tegan and Ace, and I do really want to rewatch that episode now because, well, I guess at time of recording this, I think I've gone through all of Tegan's episodes with the 5th Doctor. They'll still be airing because of just how everything is working out with current shows and the early access of Doctor Who Classic, but I think I want to watch that episode again and appreciate Tegan more, basically. And probably I'll rewatch the episode again after I watch all of Ace's episodes. So, anywho, so yeah, the Master. Oh yeah, I'm suddenly remembering everything. The Master forced the Doctor to regenerate into the Master. Don't ask me how that works. You know what? It's like King Crimson. It just works, okay? That is most of the Master's plans. Is it just works? And then eventually they had the Master degenerate back into the 13th Doctor. After she went and talked to previous Doctors. I think they had 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And it was obviously David Bradley as the first Doctor, and then the Doctor got shot by a giant space tentacle monster. That sounds worse than it probably was, but I mean it was pretty bad. She ended up regenerating, and she regenerated into a previous Doctor Who actor, David Tennant. Now, let's talk about this briefly, because it's been a year since I laid out my thoughts on this, and I'm still arguing with people to this day. I still don't approve of David Tennant coming back to play the 14th Doctor. However, I still hold out hope that he's not playing the 14th Doctor, and that at the end of these 3 specials, it's going to be so that the next Doctor, Ncuti is definitively the 14th Doctor. And I know what people are going to say, oh, but they've released merchandise where Ncuti is the 15th Doctor and David Tennant is the 14th Doctor. I don't give 2 shits about merchandise, okay? I care about the episodes, not about what some toy manufacturer put out. And I don't care about the comics either. I don't care, all I care about is what the episodes say. Now, if the episodes say definitively that these 2 are 14 and 15, okay, then I will have died on my hill, at least, you know? Because I still think it's not a good idea. And my point is proven. I remember I got a comment. I don't know if you're watching this. You might remember. I'm obviously not going to name you, but I got a comment on The Power of the Doctor saying, yeah, to me, by bringing back David Tennant, it just admits... They admit that everything after David Tennant was a misstep. Was a mistake, and so we have to go back and fix it. And it's like, yes, and that's exactly the problem with bringing back an old Doctor. The good news, thankfully, we do already have Ncuti waiting in the wing, that's the better thing. If they had cast David Tennant and we didn't know who the next Doctor was, I would be like, okay, pack it up, Doctor Who's dead, The fact that they already have Ncuti and I'm excited for Ncuti I'm more accepting of this. Okay, 60th, it's fine. And one of my biggest gripes now, I still hope he's not actually the 14th Doctor, because if he is the 14th Doctor, stuff like this picture back here is going to have David Tennant on it twice, and that is not fair to anyone. Literally anyone, Like, that is not fair to any doctor. And I don't like that. It blatantly shows Doctor Who has favorites, you know? And it shouldn't be that. Anywho. None of that matters, because we're gonna watch a good episode. Also, if you're wondering how much I know about these specials going in, well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one character who is just right front and center here on Disney Plus, which I'm so glad these are on Disney Plus now. I don't have to freaking buy them or go through the BBC's ridiculously garbage iPlayer. Can we talk about that for a sec? I hate using their stuff. First off, you have to use a VPN because sure, whatever, but it's like you have to use a VPN to trick it into thinking you're in the UK to use the iPlayer. And second, their iPlayer is just garbage anyway. So I'm so glad it's streaming on Disney Plus outside of the UK. But yeah, Disney Plus, right front and center. There's Catherine Tate. That's fine. She looks good though in this one picture. She looks good. Doesn't look like she's really aged at all. It's been a long ass time since season 4, series 4, whatever. Have I pissed enough people off? We haven't even started the fucking episode. I don't know. Look. Let's put it to bed. Let's just watch the episode and enjoy it, alright? Oh, and I know Neil Patrick Harris is in this, but that's about it. I basically watched none of the trailers for this, by the way, because I was like, I don't want to. Because when I watched the trailer for Power of the Doctor, it spoiled that Tegan and Ace were coming back, and I hated that. And I was like, well, damn it, I wanted to... I would have rather watched that in the episode. So, that's all I know. Let's just watch the episode. We've been talking for like 7 minutes. Goodness gracious. Alright, let's get into Doctor Who's 60th Anniversary Part 1. Whatever this episode is called. It doesn't say here on Disney+. Let's get moving. Hang on. Why are my subtitles in Chinese?
Once upon a time, Lord.
This is weird.
I had a best friend.
Aww.
And her name was Donna Noble.
Sometimes I have dreams about impossible things. Creatures and adventures and faraway skies.
It's been so fucking long, man.
But now this face has come back.
Why?
The story hasn't ended yet.
Let's go. Woo! Look at that thing going through the cosmos. I also didn't watch the Children in Need thing. I'll do that later.
Hold on. Let me help.
Oh, he's a nice guy. Oh, God. Oh, nope.
Oi! Do you mind? Rose!
Huh.
Rose! What? Rose! Coming! Sorry, Mum, I had to pop back. Wanted to buy a bag full of eyes.
Aw.
My name.
I took one look at him.
Oh, God.
Mum, how do you always manage to miss everything?
Because I've got better things to do. Nice to meet you, skinny man.
Oh, word of advice. You can wear a suit that tight up to the age of 35. And no further.
Yeah, buddy, you are past 35.
Grandmaster of the Knowledge.
That says Grand Mistress.
Catch up.
Yeah, not quite. Hey.
Didn't you win the lottery? No, it's no big mouth. It's supposed to be a secret.
Oh, yeah, he did that specifically.
Donna gave it all away. To charity, every single penny. Well, we bought the house. That's the one thing we did do.
Oh, well, yeah.
We can't afford to run it.
A little bit for yourself, at least. See, it's weird that it's like, I believe that and I don't believe that of Donna.
I'm here at the site of the Milton-Wagner Steelworks, where residents have described an object falling from the sky. Some call it
You know-
a UFO. What?
Oh.
What are you doing?
They're taking away the reporter! Jeez Louise. Does he... Doc, what Sonic was that? I didn't buy the new one either.
Looking good, Jason. Give us a kiss, Jay boy.
Get them. Is that Josie Wingate's boy?
Just leave it.
I'm gonna tell her.
Because I remember she had lots of names at school. And I should know. I invented them.
Oh, more trouble.
I've made you a nice curry.
Oh, God.
I would burn down the world for you, darling. Anyone has a go, I will be there, and I will descend.
Hell hath no fury, like Donna Noble.
When I say she looks gorgeous, is that right? I mean, is it sexist? Never said it to him when he was... Oh, sorry.
Does she look gorgeous?
Yes. Well, stop worrying.
A lot of people can look gorgeous. And she does, alright?
Funny about that spaceship thing. Remember Gramps used to talk about flying saucers? He used to talk about aliens and UFOs and little green men. I never mentioned them again. Right about the time. I forgot everything.
It's a long time ago, darling. 15 years.
15 years.
What have I lost?
God damn it, now I gotta rewatch season 4, and I'm gonna cry sometime. Ugh,
Oh my god.
it's a gremlin.
You can talk.
Oh, well, that's actually a little more reassuring. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh god, what are they?
Leave him! It is the Meep we seek. Continue the hunt!
That looks like a classic Who villain and like a Godzilla creature. Or like a Super Sentai thing, you know? What the... Okay, so this thing has a lot more functionality. At what point do we stop calling it a screwdriver?
I don't know who I am anymore.
Well, you look like the doctor to me.
Well, exactly. One of the skinny seal. After that, I wear a bow tie. After that, I'm a Scotsman. After that, I'm a woman.
But that's your future. You can't know that. It's forbidden.
No, that's the problem.
And she became me.
You got your old face back.
Yep.
But why?
Well, that's what I'm worried about.
It's a bit worrying.
But she can't remember. I won't be the one who kills her.
She dies in this. I'm going to leave.
Sorry about the stairs, but Geneva says to go in immediately.
Don't make me the problem. Just get in there.
I mean, Yuna doesn't have like a motorized wheelchair that flies.
Do not fire without my command.
No, you know what? Fire. Yep. Should have fired. They're being possessed.
Hello.
It does kind of help that it talks. But otherwise, it is one of those creepy little... creep.
No secrets in this house. Now, have you got
Technically, it's not in the house.
Come on, Mum, I'm starving.
Just standing still.
One, isn't it?
What?
Teacher?
Ah!
What the hell?
Yeah. Problems.
Look away! Right now, it isn't real!
Oh no. When was the last time he got slapped? Well, back when he was he. Oh! Hey!
Hey, Dad's home.
Sean, it's not a good time. Don't pass out.
Something smells nice.
Tuna, my dress.
Good job.
I mean, I think this man should deal with this beast, and we...
Oh, I love the vest. That's a nice touch.
There is one person missing. I used to know your granddad, Wilf.
He's not with us anymore.
Right. Of course.
Hmm.
He wasn't young. He was... I loved that man.
Oh, we all do.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
He's not dead.
You idiot.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's 94. He can't manage the stairs.
Oh, we were lucky we couldn't afford it, but the sofa came along.
It's amazing. He's got this room, like a cottage and a garden, and it's almost free.
Run by that lot in the middle of town. Unit. This woman in charge, Kate,
Huh.
she says, he's an old soldier. She'll look after him.
Oh, how lovely.
I promise I can help him get home and then you'll never see me again.
You're assuming he as a pronoun.
True. Yes, sorry. Good point.
Meh.
He or she or they.
My chosen pronoun is the definite article. I am always the Meep.
Oh,
Fair enough.
I do that.
Nah, yeah.
You were shot down.
What is he doing? Oh, good grief, man. It's a shield. I love we just don't care about the Sonic anymore. Just screw it. Is that soldier still alive? Boy, this car rocks. It's impenetrable. Boy, the London taxis. Built to last.
This court is now in session.
Why do you...
The tax. No scorch marks. Donna, can you confirm?
Oh.
The guns apply a mild and harmless neural anesthetic. For the record, my name is Sergeant Zogroth. And I am Constable Zreeg.
Yeah, I love their voices.
Until one terrible day, the sun went mad.
A psychedelic sun.
Does that?
It's their leader, the most cruel and despicable of all.
I knew I hated it. Ugh.
Oh, to hell with this! Exhibit C! No standing for me! Just die!
Jeez, man.
For I am the beep of all the meeps.
The beep.
You are a monster. And you believed every word I said, you stupid woman, with your weird child.
Oh,
Don't you
bitch.
dare! Oh, I dare!
Freaking transphobic little gremlin.
Is that thing is gonna...
Ugh, fucking little creature. I hate it. I knew I hated it for a reason. I feel vindicated for the tiny little adipose garbage in Season 4. Oh, good grief.
Evening, boys.
Ooh,
Your weapons in your wheelchair.
that's awesome.
Come on. I don't just fire darts, mate.
Ooh! Man, this wheelchair fucking rocks.
Off the lift.
Donna, come on!
Don't go with him.
I love you, darling.
Don't.
Wait, the doctor can't say the city walk.
Oh no.
I've got to help.
She's starting to remember.
Double dagger drive installed and initiated.
Whoop. I hope you don't have to go back.
I can do a half run, that's fine.
Yeah.
help.
No!
Why is it bisected?
Because you and I can stop this shit. But it will kill you.
Okay.
You'll die. Andante.
Get on with it!
Grief. Fingerprint. Laceration.
Oh no.
Sparrow.
It's the words to
Dance.
fuse with the green baby in part 6.
Mexico.
Binary. Binary. Binary.
Oh!
I gave away my money.
Yeah.
And do you know why, Doctor? I gave it away to be like you. So I could be kind, so I could be nice, so I could be helpful. Why? I had a subconscious infracutaneous retrofold memory loop, making me act as soft as you and give away 166 million pounds.
Yes, Donna.
That's a lot.
Destruction of London?
Oh, I'll show you destruction, mate.
Oh!
Best 55 seconds of my life. Because I get to do this.
Oh.
Donna Novo is descending.
Ignition reverse. Ignition reverse.
Oh, don't tell me it just puts London back to normal. Oh, good grief. Everything will be fine. No one will notice.
Good fun.
Davies came back and immediately killed the companion.
What? What?
Huh? Oh,
dead.
But how?
Closing down all psychedelic lightwave emanators and transferring excess power to the broken dome pixelators.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Dr. Rose.
Too much power for one person, but you had a child, and the meta crisis passed down. A shared inheritance.
Binary. Non-binary. Binary.
Last second bullshit. I love last second bullshit.
Every creature we met, she remembered as a toy. Exterminate!
Colossal upgrade in progress.
Oh, those fuckers. Ugh. Okay.
We're binary.
She's not. Because the doctor's
Male
and female.
And neither. And more.
Oh my god. They were saved by the power of... the power of non-binary... Man, to anyone who thought that they weren't going to be woke after RTD took over again, fuck all of you people. It's amazing. No, it's just a giant eject seat. Bye.
Sergeant Zogroth and Constable Zrieg gave their lives, along with many soldiers of Earth.
Their names will be included in the litany of crimes as the Meep atones in prison for 10,000 years.
Damn, that's a long time.
Oh, I will escape. A creature with two hearts is such a rare thing. Just wait till I tell the boss.
The boss. Oh no.
Cryptic.
Meh.
I hate that.
It's a shame you're not a woman anymore. She'd have understood.
All that power. But there is a way to get rid of it. Something a male-presenting Time Lord will never understand.
Just let it go.
And we choose to let it go.
You can... Oh, you can just give it up. Moron didn't think of this 15 years ago.
After all these years, I'm finally me.
Yay.
One last trip?
Don't you dare.
Nah, but she's good now.
Can I see inside?
No, 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 no. No.
If you see inside, you'll be tempted.
And you'll end up on Mars with Chaucer and a robot shark. And that's actually happened, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Well, I was thinking we could go and see Wilf.
Now that is cheap.
Just a suggestion.
I mean it, don't you?
Yeah, but if you do... If you do, everyone's gonna cry.
One last time. Oh, right, but one trip, that's all, just one. One tiny little trip. That
So,
is a
did the TARDIS change, or is it still the crystal pillars and
Me
such?
and the doctor.
No, it's different.
Together.
The TARDIS just decided to change this time. Alright, that looks pretty great. Oh, it's old school, but it's modernized. It's got the levels of his tens. That's pretty dope. I do prefer a more lived-in look, but this is a nice callback. Woo! It's got blinkies. The round thing's blinkies.
It's gorgeous!
It's so much better than the grunge he used to have.
What about your face?
Yeah, the TARDIS got a new look.
Does there have to be a reason?
Your life? Yes!
There really should be a reason.
What's gonna go wrong? Oh my god,
Oh. Good friggin' grief. Yeah. Man, we just got this set too.
Anywhere in time and space!
Oh no. Good friggin' grief, man. Anything after? I don't know, it's impossible to tell. I'll let it go just in case. Well, even though I have my issues with a returning actor, I mean, hell, it was still a good episode. And I always knew it was going to be a good episode, so... And we got 2 more. We got 2 more with David Tennant. And then we'll have Shutigawa's first episode at Christmas, so... That's the thing, is for how much trouble and arguments I've had with people in comments and stuff, I always knew these were going to be good episodes, and yeah, it was a good episode. I'm excited to do something a little new next episode. Like, we didn't have any sort of tease for, like, what... Like, something's clearly happening, you know? Something is clearly happening. There is a reason that he has returned to this base. And, you know, we haven't seen the stuff that, you know, the little things I've seen being teased, you know? So yeah. But otherwise, yeah, it's good. It's obviously gonna be good. I never doubted that these episodes were gonna be good. Let's just say right off the bat, I love... Because I also knew, like, that... One thing going into these as well, going into the new Russell T Davies era, I remember I saw people on Twitter. I love seeing this where, you know, there were some people who were like, oh yes, you know, let's get back a good showrunner. We're not going to do any of that woke garbage from the Chibnall era. I love because clearly they don't know Russell T Davies. And I don't really know Russell. Like, I only know what was on Doctor Who. I really haven't seen much of his other work, if at all. But I love that not only does it go woke, I love that that's the crux of the episode, you know? I love that is the big crux of the episode. That the reason the day was saved, the reason Donna was saved after all this time is because her daughter is non-binary. I love it. And here's the thing. I am not going to go into whatever science there is about the meta crisis, because frankly, I don't really care. You know, it's a bunch of, you know, Doctor Who gobbledygook, but I love that is the main takeaway. It's like, no. The reason they made it out of this is because her daughter is non-binary. I love that. That's so funny. And I like how they talk about they do reference, because one thing I remember I saw was the reason that they went ahead and changed Tennant into the suit he's wearing at the end of Power of the Doctor is I think Davey said, he's like, you know, we can't, you know, it doesn't matter which male doctor it is, you can't have the male doctor wearing the female doctor's clothes because that will look bad, you know? Even if that's how Doctor Who works, you know? Like, that is how Doctor Who works, is that, you know, the body regenerates, and we always see the Doctor in the previous Doctor's clothes. But it wouldn't send the right message if we did that. And especially with David Tennant. And it also still works into the plot that, you know, there's a reason he has this face. There's a reason, you know, he has these clothes. He has this version of the Sonic. He just has that version of the Sonic screwdriver. And it can just do crap it's never done before, you know? Like, and I love to... Because I feel like this also took the people who were like, oh, let's get rid of the sonic screwdriver. It's too much like a magic wand. And it was like, you know what? Screw you. We're going to have it be more of a magic wand, actually. Which I'm okay with. Now, making the screens and stuff, that's a little much, but I don't care. But I love that it's... And so, what I was saying, I got off on a tangent there. But what I was saying was... I love how they reference the 13th Doctor, obviously. And I like Donna saying, like, oh, I wish you still were a woman. You'd understand this more, you know? And, you know, the reason, you know, the Doctor can't figure out what they need to do because he is a male-presenting Doctor, but they know. Just give it up. Just give up that power, you know? I like that. Now, if you're trying to think of this critically from, you know, the logic of this world, well, that's your problem. Does Doctor Who have any logic? I'm really not sure. It's whatever suits the episode at the time, My nose is a little stuffy. Ugh, trying to deal with that. But yeah, it's like, oh, how does that work? Who friggin' cares, basically. That's kind of where I'm at. It's like, oh, the meta-crisis doctor problem is solved because her daughter is non-binary. Well, how does that work? I don't know. It just does. I mean, it makes like 5% more sense than the Master's plan, but it's exactly what we were saying at the beginning of this episode. It just works. Just go with it, It just works. I'm not going to raise a stink about this, but I haven't seen anything on Twitter, and I'm recording this on the Monday after it came out, because this is my first opportunity to watch this. I'm so glad it's on Disney Plus now. That just makes my life so much easier. But anyway, I have not seen any sort of stink on Twitter about this episode. I kind of hope, I really hope that people have been losing their minds, because it's hilarious, And I don't know, it's just a funny thing, just because how long did we have? 5 years, I feel like, maybe more. When did Jodie become the Doctor? That was 2017, so 6, maybe 7 years ago. I for the longest time we have had, pretty much since I started watching Doctor Who, because that was around the time Jodie started. We've had so much decrying of oh, Doctor Who has to get woke, Doctor Who has to get political and stuff, and I just love that RTD is oh, you guys think it's too woke or too political? Well, better crank it up then, because he is so unapologetic. I remember there was something, someone was talking, someone replied to him on Instagram and was oh, you shouldn't push your agenda in Doctor Who. He just blocked him. Fuck you. And I love it. I love how unapologetic RTD is, And it's just, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious, And it's hilarious, and I'm laughing, in a good way, because I'm laughing at other people's misery of Doctor Who, But I mean, but at the same time, it's guys, if you thought Doctor Who only got political recently, you don't really know Doctor Who, you just don't. You just don't. Have you ever watched the third Doctor episode? Shit got political all the time. And they were great. They were great episodes. It's like the people who say that, Star Trek isn't political. Have you watched Star Trek? I don't know. So I'm going on a tangent. I'm not really talking about the episode itself, but I just wanted to talk about that just because as I kept watching, I was like, oh my god, this is the funniest thing in the world. Because, it's just having a character like Rose is great, that's really fun. And it's interesting. I like having, because, okay, let's talk about some of these issues of, someone who is non-binary or trans, or, let's talk about some of these issues, or, talk about people that have issues with people like this, even though there shouldn't be. And I like tying that also to Donna, because it's Donna would completely accept her daughter, obviously. Donna would completely accept her daughter, and she would go beat the shit out of anyone who didn't. That's the thing, those people who were those boys who were making fun of Rose, it's motherfucker, you do not know the wrath that you are incurring from Donna Noble, good God, man. I also feel I feel with this, I feel this kind of validates that Donna was the best companion Doctor Who has ever had. And I don't know if I've fully accepted that. I think I've put Donna as my number one favorite companion. I'd have to go through them all. And especially, since the last time we were here, with modern Doctor Who, I've gone through so many classic episodes, So I'd have to go through them all again, but probably I think if we were just going off of modern companions, I definitely think Donna was probably my number one. I feel this validates that because Donna seems to be like the Doctor's favorite, you know? And yes, it's because, well, RTD is back. He's bringing back, you know, Catherine Tate from one of his seasons and David Tennant from his seasons, you know? But at the same time, it's like, no, I feel like... I don't know. I feel like... It's like, no, the Doctor, like, it really is like, no, she is kind of his favorite. She is his best friend, you know? More than any. And because he's had a lot of companions since then. Like, I think maybe the closest, in terms of the character of the Doctor, I feel like the closest thing to a friend, to a best friend he's had, like, closest to Donna, might be Clara, but I don't know. Donna's certainly my favorite, so I kind of like that it's basically like validating me, you know? But it's good to see her again. Honestly, it's really good. And it's good to see both of them, you know? Like, I like David Tennant, you know? I still like David Tennant. He's still great. You know, it's about the principle of the matter, about bringing an actor back to the role. But that's its own whole separate thing from the story of the episode. So, you know, I'm glad I didn't like the Meep. I didn't like him. I was like, I hate this fucking thing. This thing looks like shit. I mean, the effect is great, obviously, but I was like, I hate it. It's creepy. And I remember back in the day, God, this was a long time ago. This was 2017. Good God. Did I start watching Doctor Who in 2017? Goodness, man. Oh, let me go look through all my playlists. I mean, it's been a while. Yeah, so I guess 2017 was when I started Doctor Who. Good God almighty. Oh, it's been a while. But what was the first? It was Partners in Crime. That was it. Partners in Crime, which was December of 2018. Okay, so I guess I was wrong. Did I start in 2018? I guess. Maybe I started in 2018. Now I can't remember. Okay, yeah, so I started in 2018. Sorry about that. I started in 2018, not 2017. So I guess we're coming up on 6 years now. But it was actually around this time. Good God, around this time 5 years ago when we got to season 4, or series 4, whatever you want to call it. Apparently, because I remember people saying in the comments, I am apparently the only reactor who didn't like the adipose. Like, apparently most reactors think that they're cute. I never liked them. I thought they were creepy little things. And I guess I'm just not one for creepy little things. I don't know. I am not one for tiny little creatures, I guess. Which, I mean, is weird. It's not like I'm against small creatures. I have a dog. I mean, he's not that small. He's about 50 pounds, but he's about, what? Yay long and yay high from the table? I don't know. That might not be accurate, but I don't know. But it's like, I'm not opposed to tiny creatures, but I mean, I don't know. But like, if a squirrel started talking to me, I don't know. But then again, that's a squirrel. I know what a squirrel is. Some of this stuff, I'm like, what the hell is this? Is that? Oh, shit. Sorry, I just looked over, like, I just saw in the camera, I realized, I don't even know if this is in shot, though. Maybe it's not in shot. I accidentally left some bedding stuff in my chair. Normally I move that. Oh, well. Fuck it. Can't be bothered now. What am I going to do? Edit it out? Nope. But yeah, the Meep, hated that thing, and I was justified. Hating that thing. It's freaking creepy. And I've seen Gremlins recently, too, where it's like, you know, we had a reaction to Gremlins a couple years back, where it's just like, I hate it. I hate these things, you know? And now, it's like a double-edged sword of like, did it actually help that it talked? I don't know. At first it did. I was like, okay, well, at least it talks. But it's like, I hate these fucking things, you know? But yeah, But it was an interesting villain. I like, playing on, it's like, oh, the defenseless little creature and the big bugmen. And it's like, well, no, the bugmen were good, It's the Meep. I like to, again, when they have that moment of, it's like, oh, I'll take him back to where he needs to be. And Rose like, did you just assume that it's a he? And the doctor's like, oh yeah, sorry. What pronouns do you go by? And he just goes, the Meep. And it's like, and the doctor, I like how the doctor's like, yeah, I get that, But I love that moment because, again, that's one of those moments where it's like, oh, people thought, stupid people thought that there wouldn't be woke things in Doctor Who with RTD. It's like, oh, you sweet, dumb children. I love it. I love it so much. I love I just love how hard he goes with that stuff. It's like, no. The Chibnall era wasn't woke enough. We have to, quadruple down on it. I love it so much, What else is there? I don't know. I guess I'm just not really talking about most of the plot threads. I don't know. It's a pretty simple plot, honestly. There was the scientific advisor, the 56th scientific advisor to UNIT. I like how he says, oh, I was advisor number 1, It's like, oh, I'll get a bonus just talking to you, which is nice. It is interesting because at first I was like, okay, she's in a wheelchair and that's fine. It's like, you get an electric wheelchair? I don't know, maybe that's just me as a person who has not been in a wheelchair, but it's like, man, and maybe that's just because I'm probably uncoordinated, so I would be terrible at rolling a wheelchair. It's like, wouldn't you get a Professor X? But then again, I guess if you're, moving the wheels, that's probably good exercise for your arms anyway, so, I don't know. I guess I've never thought about it that way. But I love her wheelchair just has weapons and shit. It has, rockets and bullets. It's great. Oh, excuse me. I love that shit. That's really funny, actually. So, the sonic screwdriver. Should I just buy a sonic screwdriver? Because see, here's the thing. I don't know, man. Should I just buy? I'm actually gonna look up. There better be a Cyber Monday deal. Doctor Who sonic screwdriver, 14th Doctor. It's not even on Amazon, so screw it. It's not even on Amazon, so I'll get one at some point. Look, here's the thing. There's too many of these things now. I've got 2 of them in this cup, and I have 5 of them. I was going to do the thing where I used to do in the classic things, where I used to stack the things and display them. But there's too many of them now that I just have to just put them here. So, I don't know. But his sonic screwdriver is interesting. I have seen pictures of it in press releases, and it's an amalgamation of multiple versions, which is interesting. Again, signifying something is wrong. Why does he look like this? Why does he have this screwdriver now? Something has clearly happened to him. Honestly, I don't know why we call it the sonic screwdriver anymore, because it is just a magic wand. He can just make a screen. It can block bullets and plasma weapons and stuff. Why? It's one of those things, I do kind of like doubling down on that, too, because that was a big complaint, which, that's a actual valid complaint of the Doctor using the screwdriver too much, but at the same time, it's so I guess I get that one. I get that complaint, but I don't know. I'm glad that Donna didn't die. I was kind of worried about that for a second. I was like, shit, RTD's back. He's killing companions. He's going back for him. And who knows? They're gonna bring back Martha and kill her. It's like, oh no. don't know, but she lived and she got cured, which is good. And they're on their way to see Wilf. Which, I mean, that was another thing we knew, that he's going to be in this. At the same time, man, always, I'm going to be sad. We're all going to be sad when we get to that point. But, I don't know. He's a good man. He was a good man. It'll be good to see him one last time. I guess that's that. I don't know. I feel like I didn't really talk about the specifics of the episode that much, but I don't know. But I had a good time. It was a good episode, and I knew it was going to be a good episode, even if I have my, my problems on principle of bringing back a former Doctor to be the Doctor again. Even still, I knew it was going to be good. I was going to enjoy it, and I'm enjoying the Doctor and Donna. So, next week, part 2. Part 2 of our 3-part 60th anniversary. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I don't know when this is going out, by the way, because I'm recording this on Monday. I'm going to edit it on Tuesday. It's going to have to go through copyright garbage, so maybe it'll go out on Friday. I don't really know. If it is going out on Friday, then hey, there's also another video you can go watch. You can go watch my reaction to today's episode of Barry. Go catch up on that if you've seen Barry. If you haven't seen Barry, go watch Barry. How many times can I say Barry? It's a good show. Anyway. But I got other stuff on the channel. We got classic reactions. We've got reactions to Barry and, anime. Should be starting up. Well, I guess when this is going up, JoJo just ended. Coming up soon is Jujutsu Kaisen. Stuff like that. There's other stuff on the channel if you want to go look around for any of that. And next week we will be back with part 2 of the 60th anniversary. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Doctor Who reactions if you want to go watch those. There's also another video on screen. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.